Some of the new technologies that are out there that we're looking at now that can help with customer experience are things like artificial intelligence and some of the open banking initiatives. With those things, we can look and see what new technologies others can build that we haven't thought of in the banking industry that some clever chap from Cambridge or Harvard might have come up with for us to use.
I think you're seeing interest in AI, but I think broadly blockchain has a place, probably not in the face of the customer, but certainly in the back of the bank. It is transforming the infrastructure, and that will have a knock-on effect to the cost base passed on to the customer.
So as the Open API Director at Barclays, I will say APIs, but I think through the launch of Open Banking in the UK, we've got a really exciting set of use cases for customers that will utilise and leverage API technology, and therefore I don't think we should stop at Open Banking. There are much more fundamental things we can do with APIs going forward, so that's the technology I'd really look out for.
There's a lot of technologies that can help banks when it comes to customer experience. And a lot of those are already in place today or developing. So great examples would be the developments that we've had in terms of channels, so mobile channels in particular, the growth of robotics and artificial intelligence, right the way through to the way that we use data to improve customer experience.
I think APIs are one of the crucial pieces of technology that will help banks engage with their customers better. I think what APIs actually give people in terms of a much more seamless experience when they're using all of their products, I think is going to be that one piece that banks will gain going forward when it comes to customer experience.
We've already talked about how AI can really make a significant difference as far as customer experience is concerned. And I think it's just being able to bring closer levels of insight as around a particular client situation, actually have more access to information on a more insightful basis than would naturally be the case. I'm sure we've all had frustrations when you're calling up the call centres, you're waiting a long time, you don't get the answer you're expecting, you have to call somewhere else. There are all sorts of handoffs that can be really inefficient in terms of that overall process, but obviously the technology can do a lot better than that in terms of a much more integrated, insightful, client-centric approach to how the whole client interface takes place, be it in a retail context, SME commercial banking context, or indeed on a corporate context.
So the technologies that will help banks transform their approaches to customer experience, the usual buzzwords perhaps and suspects are AI, machine learning, and mainly to help deliver a better user experience. So if we, for instance, take the example of a marketplace integrated in a digital channel, which is really a store, instead of after you activate the products, apps, whatever it is that you will activate in the marketplace, one example is that all that should be delivered through AI at the right moment in time when the customer is navigating through the digital channel. So that's one example. So it's all about that user experience when it comes to the digital world, but then we also have a customer experience in the physical world, and that's the branches. So that branch experience should also transform. Now, it's not really about a technology, it's about what the branch looks like. If it's now, the new trend is really a cafe, comfortable space, and really not looking like a bank. It looks like something that you would want to go to. So that's the examples that I can give at this point.